Aloha! Hello everybody! This is Elaina from Maui Yoga Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. So this morning we're going to be focusing on travel. So whether you are traveling from across the world to the other side, or if you're just going about 20 minutes away to work, or if you're just traveling from your living room across the kitchen, this will be a flow to loosen up the shoulders, really get into the hip work. That way you can ease some of that stress from when you're sitting or standing for a long period of time. So just stick with it, do the best that you can. We're going to be really getting into the shoulders and hips, so whenever we get into those areas where there can be long held tension for maybe a few years or so, depending on how often you do yoga, there's some emotions that might come up, so just breathe through it. Might be a little uncomfortable and painful at first, so just do what you can. Most important thing is to listen to your body and respect what your body is telling you, whether to push or to pull back. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Come onto your yoga mat. We're going to start in child's pose. So just a comfortable pose here. We're going to loosen up the shoulders. And in child's pose, depending on the flexibility in your knees, so just play with this pose here and see what feels best for you. So if your knees are uncomfortable being out, you can have them together. And if your shoulders are nice and tight, which most of us are, you can have them just relaxed, just wide apart from each other with your arms along your sides. Or if this feels more comfortable to you, you can bring your knees wide, hips to heels, arms long, head down. Just choose whichever child's pose feels best for you, to where you can get into it and stay for the first few moments of your practice, just so you can center yourself, get in tune and in sync with your breathing. So start to close your eyes and let go everything that you've ever been told about yourself. And just come into that place where you can be and breathe. Start to relax everything down into the ground. Allow all the contents in your head to just relax. And just begin to ride that wave of your breath. So from here on out, the mouth is going to remain closed. We're just breathing in and out through our nose, harnessing our energy, breathing nice and slow, syncing up our breath with the ebb and flow of the ocean, and focusing on relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your mind, and disengaging from any thoughts that come into your head, just letting them pass by simply not focusing on whatever thoughts that bounce around. And we do that by simply listening to the hum and buzz of the world around us while breathing at attention. That's the easiest way to just stumble on that meditative state of mind and being present, letting go of thoughts and just focusing on the sounds. And now let's stretch our shoulders a little bit more. Leave your left hand where it is and thread your right arm through and under the left shoulder. Keep the nose pointed towards the ground, elongate the back of the neck, and start to activate your pose. Engage your core and press both hands down into the ground. Switching sides now. Right hand comes back up to meet the left. Left arm threads through and under. Just reaching as far as is comfortable and breathing into the middle upper back. We'll do that one more time. Left hand comes back, right arm threads through and under. This time coming into a half bind. So take your left arm and half circle sweep it behind your back, bending the elbow, palm faces out, and then start to point your nose down towards the ground, sending the top of your shoulder down, away from your ear. As you point the elbow up towards the sky. And switching sides. Left arm comes back, and then the right. Leaving the right hand there, and the left fingertips just reach as far as is comfortable. Elbows, shoulder blades nice and wide apart from each other. Half bind. Breathing the right arm up, swooping it back, bending elbow behind. Nose points down. Send your shoulder far down, away from your ear, as you lengthen through the crown of your head. Good, and slowly start to come back. Now making your way up onto all fours, just a few rounds of cat-cow here, so stacking the joints. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips as you inhale. Starting to straighten the arms, opening the chest, tilting the tailbone away. Exhale, opposite of that. Flexion in your spine, around your back. Tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhaling again, just moving back and forth, warming up your spine. Stretching each vertebrae and connecting with your breath. So allowing your breath to make these movements happen. Just diagnosing your entire body here. Checking yourself out and seeing how your body feels today. Now this time, when you inhale up, also lift and extend the right leg long behind you, keeping the hips level, then bending the elbows, keep them tucked into the side. Just come down for a little push-up. Press back up, and as you exhale, round and tuck the knee in towards the nose. Coming into the other side now. Inhale, left leg extends back long, bending the elbows, coming down, pressing back up and exhaling to round, tucking it in. Coming on the right side, lifting it up, and then dipping down. Press back up, exhale to round. Inhale, left side, lengthening back past the toes, bending the elbows, hovering, and pressing back up and exhaling to round it in. One more time, each side. Inhale, right leg extends back as long as you can. Coming down, pressing back up and exhaling to round. Last time, inhale, left leg, extending it, bending down. Press it back up, exhale and round. Good, now setting up for the down dog. Just walking your hands forward and really spread the fingers out as far as you can. You want to use every bit of the hand you're given. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up. And just press your chest back towards your thighs. We're just going to walk the dog out, bending one knee, straightening the other. And really getting into your hips here. Just let your head go. Shake your head yes a few times, no a few times. Just releasing your neck. And letting your head hang. And now moving into a low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up and back. And as you exhale, we're going to step it wide. Right foot outside right hand. Back knee comes down. And inhale. Lifting the arms up nice and high. Here we're just going to reach for opposite elbows. As you send your shoulders down your back. Now play with your grip here, so your grip is nice and strong, and then try to relax your shoulder blades. Just let them slide down your back naturally as you breathe, into your upper middle thoracic spine there. And just see how that feels. Again, we're releasing long-held holding patterns within the body, so it takes a little time to get deep into those tension spaces. One more breath here. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the foot and just allow the knee to open up to the side. So you're coming onto the outer edge of your foot and looking at the bottom sole of your foot now. Just breathing into your hips, just opening them up. You can stay here or take it a little bit further. We're going to add the shoulder stretch into this. Bring your left arm down to the ground, parallel to the top of your mat as you inhale. Bending the back knee, toe points up towards the sky. Catching grip of the inside of your foot. And then once you have that grip, kicking back. Straightening the shoulder and arm, opening up, the chest to the side. And breathing into that. And slowly start to come back. Placing the hands back to the center. Front foot flat, tuck the back toe, lift the back leg, and step the feet back into high plank position. Now bring the knees down to the mat. This is the modified flow to start. Tuck the tailbone under, lift through the crown of the head, squeeze the elbows in towards each other and keep them tucked into the sides as you lower all the way down. Inhale, low cobra. Anchor the legs deep down into your mat as you lift it through the crown of your head. All focus is on strengthening your lower back. Exhale, press back over the knees, tuck the toes, and lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Press your chest back towards your thighs and just let your head go. Remember, down dog is just the diagnosis pose. See how your back is feeling today. So if it's stiff, you're going to breathe life into it. And now inhale, other side, left leg, knee comes in, and three-legged dog, sending it nice and high. Exhale, step the foot forward to the outside of the left hand, back knee comes down. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the sky, and we're going to send them back behind you where that shoulder rinse. Interlocking the fingers, just allowing the shoulders to go down your back. Keep lengthening through the top of your head. Taking deep breaths. And again, focus on your grip, nice and strong. And just allow your shoulders to relax and slide down your back naturally. Letting your hands be heavy. And then breathing into that upper middle back, elongating the back of the neck. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, releasing the hands back to the front, and now opening up the knee to the side. And just coming out to the outer edge of the foot. And if it helps, keep the foot flexed. This will help to protect your knee joints, especially if you're working with that knee injury. And you can stay here or move forward by putting the right arm parallel to the top of the mat. Inhaling left arm all the way up and back, bending the knee and catching your foot. Now you're opening up to the side. And being careful not to sink down into your shoulder, but lift up and out of your joints as you kick back and away, lengthening your arm and shoulder away from you. One more deep breath here. And release. Come back to center. Front foot flat. Tuck the back toe. Lift the leg. And step the feet back into high plank. Now you can modify if you're not quite there in the planks yet. But if you are, press back through your heels. Lift up through the crown of your head. Remember, bend your elbows, keep them tucked into the sides, stacking your joints. See if you can hover halfway down. Inhale, straighten the arms, roll over tops of the toes, and lift the heart away from the heels, upward facing dog. Exhale, use your core to lift your hips back up and away into down dog. Good. Now coming into crescent warrior, inhale, right knee into the chest, and send the leg long, three-legged dog, extending past the toes here. Exhale, step it wide. Right foot outside, right hand. Stay up on your back toes so they both face forward, using your core to lift upper body. Center your rise. Now, in Crescent Warrior, Anjaneyasana, you're just pressing yourself forward on the ball of the back foot, squaring the hips, lifting up. Now go Mukasana arms, left arm up, and just squeeze the right arm behind. Reaching for the fingertips. It's okay if they don't touch. And you're lifting the back thigh up towards the sky. Now from here, we're going to move into a figure 4 squat. So just take your time here, especially if this is your first time coming into this pose. So balance is key here. Lock your eyes one spot. Engage your core. Take a deep, energizing breath. On your next inhale, press off the back foot, going as slow as you need to, bringing the heel above the knee, keeping that foot flexed, and then sitting down. Getting deep into the hips here. Keeping the weight back in your standing heel. Gripping with your toes. Hinging at the hips. Relaxing your breath. Just one more breath here. On your out breath, slowly come out. Same way we came in. Letting the toe back, releasing the arms, inhaling them up, bending the elbows behind your back. And exhale. Hands down to the mat, step the feet back, and let's flow it out. Lower it down and hover here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift the hips. Back to down dog. Good. Take a breath in through your nose, slow. And out through your nose, slow. Moving into the other side, inhale, left knee into the chest. Send it nice and long, three-legged dog, stretch it all out. And exhale, step wide, forward outside the left hand, stay up on the back toes, and use your core to lift the hips up. Raising the upper body, arms to rise, and just rolling yourself forward on the ball of the back foot. Keeping the hips square, shoulders down. And go Mukasana arms. Just bend the right elbow behind the head. Left fingertips come back. Reaching them towards each other, or taking that grip, whichever is available to you. Lifting the back of your thigh up towards the sky. Now you know where we're going. Next breath, take that cleansing, energizing inhale and use it to gently press off the back foot, balancing any way that you can, taking your time to bring the heel above the knee, keeping the foot flexed, opening up the hips as you hinge at the waist, sitting down to that figure 4 squat. One more breath here. As you exhale, slowly coming up. Away we went in. Anchor the back toe. Release the arms, sending them nice and high. Bending the elbows. Releasing in that deep lunge. And as you exhale, place the hands, step the feet back. Now hold it here for side plank. So just holding it here for a moment. Engage your core, press back through your heels. Forward through the crown of your head. Right hand plants as the left arm lifts up nice and high to the sky. You're pressing down through your heels, squeezing the inner thighs together. And now reach. Left arm long over your head as you lift the hips up. And slowly release to the other side now. Left hand down, rolling over the sides of your feet. Right arm reaches up, and then long over your head. And slowly make your way back into high plank. And downward facing dog. Walk the heels in, lifting up through the thighs. Now come up high onto your tippy toes. Bend the knees to hover just a few inches above the mat. Engage your core, look forward, and either float or walk the feet up to the hands, however you can get there. Inhale, tabletop your spine. Lift forward through the crown, back through the rear. And as you exhale, soften the knees and just fold your upper body, letting it drape over the lower half. And now coming into a wide yogic squat, you're going to separate the feet nice and wide and just sit down right here just for a few moments. Hands to prayer and using your elbows to very gently open up your hips as you lift up through the crown of your head. And we're going to stay here for just a moment. And breathe. And now if you'd like to practice crow, or you can stay in your yogic squat. However you want to take your practice today, it's totally up to you. If you'd like to practice crow, you're just going to place your hands, remember, starfish them out nice and wide. And they're about shoulder width distance apart. Now focus your eyes, engage your core, and you want to lift up through your spine. So rounding your spine, tuck your tailbone under, and then squeeze the knees into your upper shoulders and triceps. And then just play with the pose. Maybe one toe up, maybe the other. Just doing whatever it is that feels good to you. Okay. Keep practicing that. I almost want to put the camera on my husband because he's really good. Corey's really good at popping his crow back into high plank. Woo! That's beautiful. Beautiful. Don't quite have that there yet. So coming back into high plank now. And we flow it out. Bend the elbows, lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift the hips. Down dog. You can come into child's pose here for a moment. Just relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Take a deep breath. Maybe have some water. Do whatever it is that you need to do to get comfortable. Regain your breath. Re-energize your body. We balance out the body, we wind it up, but we also relax it out. And now moving into our first series of Warrior 2, actually. So coming into downward facing dog again. Inhale, right knee into the chest, send it nice and long, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it forward, place between the hands. Now anchor the back heel down and use your left arm, circle sweep Opening up the arms to the side, rolling your shoulders down your back, and then leveling out the hips. So maybe bringing the hips nice and level, matching your shoulders. You want to press the knee out towards the pinky toe to keep the joints protected. So you're reaching opposite directions, lifting up, grounding down at the same time. Side angle now. Either elbow to knee, reach up. As if you're reaching for that helping hand up there. Always making adjustments. What feels good for you, what feels right. Then maybe reaching the right fingertips down towards the ground. Now if you're here and like to go for your half bind, you're gonna bend the upper elbow behind your back, palm faces out, reaching for your right hip. Take your right arm and reach down and underneath the thigh. Good, getting that grip. Now you can stay here or move into bird of paradise by either walking or floating the foot up to meet the other. Now locking your eyes one point, using your core and just move it slowly. Same way we went in. Opening it up. And reversing the warrior. You're going to use your left arm to pull the right arm up and over. Yes. Radiate your warrior right there. Yeah. And exhale. Cartwheel both hands down to the ground. Step the feet back. We flow it out. Bending it down. Hovering there. Inhale. And exhale, lift the hips. Down dog. Take that breath nice and slow through the nose. And exhale, nice and slow. Other side, inhale, left knee into the chest. Send it nice and long, three-legged dog. Reaching it out past the toes. Exhale, step it forward. Between the hands, anchor the back heel down and use your right arm. Lift. Up and open. Both heels, one line. Relaxing shoulders down your back, leveling the hips. And taking your time coming from one side to the other. Each side's just a little bit different. So want to settle in with your breath. When you're ready, moving into side angle, your elbow to knee, reaching for that helping hand above. And maybe reaching left fingertips down towards the ground. You can stay here or move into your half bind. Elbow bends behind the back, palm faces out, reaching